What's going on, everybody? Gustav the 13th here with a quick news development update for GBO2 for April 2023. So in the beginning here, we're talking about the trauma that is the Witch of Mercury in some of the more recent episodes. On top of some stuff for Gundam X, which I actually didn't realize about. But as you might have seen on the bottom here, we got an interesting development. So for what I want to say is the first unit from this series to be officially fully released in here, we had the Sisquiede, which is a SDG generation suit OC. Over here for GBO2, it's going to be a 550 support suit with several different interesting things going on with it in terms of modes. So let's check this out. There's a little bit of description in terms of the era, yada yada, but we have something here which seems to be almost like a two-phase system. We'll talk about this and then we'll look at the trailer in a second. So we have offense mode phase 1, which is when the unit's HP is 30% or more. Pressing the touchpad button will activate the following effects. Attack power and mobility increase. The skill will also give us aerial control program level 2. Slightly increase the melee judgment and reduces the damage reduction from shooting attacks received during melee attacks. So that's when it's actually over, but when we actually get to the next one, it's called offense mode phase 2. When the unit's HP is less than 30%, pressing the touchpad will activate the following effects. When the skill is activated, fully restores the unit's HP of each part. Attack power and defense power and mobility are increased, and the skill aerial control combat level 3 is granted. Increases melee judgment and nullifies the damage reaction of shooting attacks received during melee attacks. So you get a little bit more aerial control, and you actually get some of your parts repaired, but I'm assuming fully restores the HP of each part. Yeah, so no actual healing here. But still, if you got chunked and if you're not looking pretty good, you'll at least be able to get away a little bit easier here. So the only thing we need to keep in mind here is that you can activate either phase 1 or phase 2 once per sortie. So you actually have to make a choice. You either get into a good spot, feel confident, and just want to be able to push yourself a little bit more to get some extra damage, or if things are looking bad and you need a way out, then you would go for phase 2 and just either double down where you are or try to get away. We also have another extra skill, Eye Field Control Device. The following effects are activated when using the secondary weapon Eye Field Launcher for defense. When receiving a beam attribute shooting attack, the beam damage of the unit's HP is reduced. The damage reduction is mitigated or nullified and becomes difficult to stagger due to the accumulated damage. So interesting developments here. It's kind of neat that you can actually put this as a skill. Normally when we have stuff like this, it's like something that's put in the chest or some other part of the body. But in this case, you can actually activate it similar to, I think, there's another beam thing on, or a similar sort of defensive thing on the Black Rider as well. Not to mention, you know, popping smoke gives you defensive stuff. But let's look at the trailer for this real quick. The Eye Field in action. Ooh, several different firing modes. Not bad. I'm gonna assume, although they didn't really specify here, that this is probably gonna be a space specific in terms of its compatibility. We'll just have to see. But that is actually gonna be the new suit. And this actually gives us a different precedence now. We're crossing into not only manga territory even more recently, but now we're talking about pulling stuff from other games as well, which means we may get some more G generation stuff. The Mark IV is actually something that we could pull as well, all things considered, because that is another G generation suit. Not to mention there's a fair slew of other ones. I want to say that UC Engage has made a fair amount of their own OCs, or at least more interesting stuff, as well as the successor to the Gundam pods. Kizuna 2 actually has its own setup, and it would be interesting to see all those drop in here too. So we're just deepening the pool of different suits that we can pull for this game. It's getting pretty deep, deeper than we already thought it was going to be way back when. Moving on from that though, we have rank Major General being unlocked. So for a second when I saw this, I clenched a little bit because I thought they were actually going to try to put out S flat, and I was like, oh shit. Major General means that we're going to be able to bump up another rank here. More than 10% of all pilots have reached the rank of Colonel. In addition, the number of Colonel level 24s has been increasing, so we will release Major General this time. Anyway, promotional method. The promotion procedure is as follows. Reach Colonel maximum 24. Complete all promotional missions because promotion missions are issued. Various items can be exchanged at the DP exchange window and will be added. The following items can be exchanged for those who have reached Major General level 1. So the Double Zeta level 2, Cubile Mark II level 2, Mass Production Cubile level 2, all at 500k. Oh my god. And then of course the related weaponry as well. So I'm gonna be honest with you, level boosted versions of these, not super great. Although I guess if you want to save on recycled tickets and don't really want to bother, then you'll at least have some other wares for that. Although I also kind of wonder and honestly kind of hope that means that they're going to start thinning out some of the other level boosted suits from the gacha. Not to mention there's a whole slew of weapons that they could definitely do without being in there anymore. I really need them to thin out that list. They also have a t-shirt, Major General shirt. I don't know if they actually had previous ranks for those. Also, we have a unit change here. Other update contents. The Methus Kai is getting an HMC rapid fire for its secondary weapon. New secondary weapon has been added as part of the aircraft adjustment. This is a support machine, Methus Kai, which is a beam armament that can perform shooting support more effectively. Details including other aircraft adjustments will be released, and the information at a later date. So it seems like it's gonna get another firing mode. Although I wonder, because I want to say it has a certain amount of burst when it does the charged version of this, or maybe that was during its transformation, but now it can actually do it as a different phase, which is cool. Having more firing modes in certain suits and certain weapons is definitely good just to pad out some of their sub-weaponage. Partially changed the contents of the daily missions. Wednesday's missions have changed from win 2 battles to win 1 battle. I'm assuming that's their Tuesday. So Try Hard Tuesday for us is actually going to get easier? Is that what that means? So for anyone who doesn't know, Try Hard Tuesday is usually going to be 2 space battles, 3 sorties, and win 2 battles. But from the sounds of it, after this update, we're only going to be having to win once, which is very similar to Friday and Saturdays, which is a win 1 as well. So you'll still probably have to do sorties for space. I don't think that's going to change. But as the name suggests, daily missions are prepared as a daily play goal for pilots, but since mission completion rate for Wednesdays is win 2 battles, in order to balance the achievement status of, we will change the mission content to win 1 battle in the next update. Huh. So, I guess Try Hard Tuesday isn't quite as try hard anymore. I can kind of appreciate that. I'm sure people will still gripe about them not changing it for the space sorties, but you know, it is what it is. Let's see, reward change from monthly missions reward. You can mainly get repair kits by completing monthly missions, but the number of distributions is a little excessive, and the number of acquisitions and number of consumptions of repair kits you have are not balanced. Therefore, we will change some of the monthly mission rewards to mechanic increased tickets and DP. This will be applied from May 2023. So that's not bad. Repair kits are kind of so-so. I don't really get too shits about them compared to increased tickets and DP, so definitely a welcome change in terms of what they're giving out for currency. And finally, the update to the content will be released this Thursday, so get ready for that. In addition to the 27th, when Spring Festival ends, various campaigns will be held during Golden Week. I'm gonna be honest, I thought most of this was also going to talk about Golden Week, but I forget, and I was looking through some of the other previous Golden Weeks, or trying to dredge up some pictures when I was talking about it on Twitter, because I thought there was some specific art and stuff, but I guess Golden Week hasn't been as crazy as it was when they first did it. We're planning to prepare a campaign to increase the success rate of enhanced facilities and lottery distribution, where you can get tickets for increasing the number of mechanics and various custom parts. Please enjoy it together with the general liberation. So yeah, I guess we'll just have to see more stuff as it comes out. Obviously, that's going to be next week. Going into things, we'll probably get some more details during this update. By the way, the rank in battle operation increases the XP acquisition values in various bonuses. There is a rating as a promotion condition, but basically it is an index. How much battle operation have you played, or is it also an appealing element that you want to be proud of? To sortie until battles steadily, get promoted, and brag to those around you. That's it. Please wait until the next update. And now we have a quick shot of the Major General shirt as a straight ball design. It simply is best. In total, the Sisquiede new rank, promotional stuff for the actual rank itself, as well as a quick change to the Mythos-Kai of all things. I'm assuming there's going to be more extensive unit changes, as well as Tryhard Tuesdays not being quite as tryhard anymore. Overall, not bad. I'm sure some people may gripe one way or the other about this change in particular. People saying it's too easy, or just thanking the stars that they don't have to ink out another win. But let me know how you guys feel about the Sisquiede and the fact that we may very well get some more STG generation suits in the future. And until next time, this is Gustav the 13th. I'll talk to y'all in the next one.